Our modern world is full of data, so facts have lost their value. It matters how we can think better with that data. Therefore, learning to learn is what experts call the ultimate survival tool. When you excel at this tool, you can learn almost anything. This learning to learn process consists of 6 stages. The first phase, find value. Value is the ultimate fuel to drive to learn. We are motivated to gain expertise because of the power of meaning. If you are learning knitting, create a sweater for your close friends. It's recommended not to use more passive forms of learning like rereading or highlighting. Instead, rely on more active learning strategies like self-quizzing or self-explaining. Social factors have a significant impact on this process. When your family and peers support you, their support may offer an emotional buffer against the exam's mental strain. Public commitments can have such a significant impact. Suppose we declare something on Facebook or Twitter. I'm posting that I'm going to get the driving license. I want to keep the commitment to my group. The brain does not passively receive information like a computer. It gets expertise by making a deep network of connection within skills of area of knowledge. The second phase is target. After finding value, you need to figure out exactly what skills you want to learn. It would be best if you define goals, deadlines, and strategies. Hundreds of studies have shown that people with clear goals outperform people with vague aspirations like do a good job. Making overly ambitious targets is not recommended. Instead of learning the vaults at one time, people should develop smaller targets like attending vaults lessons once a week, which is easier to accomplish. Keep in mind that short-term memory works like a narrow doorway. Therefore, we need to break down knowledge and skills into digestible parts. This notion explains, for instance, why we cannot multitask while learning. Music, driving, and computer programs all drag on short-term memory and thus keep us from understanding. Another important aspect of this phase, you need to expect success. People are far more likely to engage in an activity if they know that they can accomplish it. The third phase, develop. People need to practice setting aside time to develop an area of mastery. Firstly, you would learn a lot more if you ask yourself questions after reading than simply rereading it. What's also important is feedback. You need to know what you are doing right and wrong. The development of an area of expertise requires repetition. You need to engage that area of expertise multiple times, preferably in numerous ways. Director Quentin Tarantino is an excellent example of this way. He has watched so many films over the years that his friends paid him as obsessed. Once, when a reporter asked Tarantino about how he became a film expert, he replied, "Well, when you kind of cleared everything in your life and focused on one thing, you better know a lot about it." So if you practice something a lot, your brain will think this is important and you will develop a strategy to perform it better. The fourth phase, extend. To become an expert in one field, we also need to expand an area of mastery. At this stage of the learning process, we need to deepen our understanding. When you extend your expertise, remember that learning is a whole-body affair. Our emotions, feelings, even our sense of touch all helps to support what we know. You will learn more in you physically engage in a topic. We're often too worried that we are not going to succeed, but once we have a basic understanding and some thoughtful practice, we need to apply our expertise in some clear and dedicated way. Teaching others is an excellent way to gain insight into topic. We gain a better sense of area of expertise by teaching it. When you extend your knowledge, it's recommended to keep this rule in mind. We learn areas of expertise to understand the world and its complexity and shift out our thought patterns. Physics educator Andrew Elby says, "Learning is about reasoning and explanations, not just right answers." The fifth phase, relate. This is the phase where we see how it all fits together. After all, we don't want to know just a single detail or procedure. We want to know how this detail or procedure interacts with other detail or procedure. So, look beyond facts and see how things hang together. When you want to relay the context, ask yourself what if questions. If we had more time, what if we have more resources? When you want to figure out how knowledge and skills fit together, analogies are a wonderful tool. They make us a specific set of questions. How are the things similar? What makes them different? How are they comparable? The sixth phase, rethink. When it comes to learning, it's easy to make mistakes and overconfident. We need to review our knowledge to reconsider our understanding. A few years ago, a reporter from Guardian newspaper interviewed Kahneman, well-known Nobel Prize economist, and he asked, "What would I eliminate if I had a magic wand?" Kahneman asked rhetorically, "Overconfidence?" All of us suffer from overconfidence. We think we know a lot more than we do, and just about everyone thinks that they are smarter, prettier, and more skilled than average. We need to reflect and rethink about what we have learned. Specifically, ask yourself, how has my thinking changed? How does this material all come together? What did I learn, and what I do need to learn next? All in all, let's summarize all phases. Find value. It's impossible to learn if we don't want to learn. And to gain expertise, people have to see skills and knowledge as valuable. Create targets. Think of learning as a type of knowledge management. And to succeed, we need goals, deadlines, and strategies. Develop knowledge and skill. We need to practice setting aside time to develop an area of mastery. Extend expertise. All this point in the learning process, we want to go beyond the basics and apply what we know. Relate skills. This is the phase where we see how it feels together. We want to know how the detail or procedure interacts with other details and procedures and fits together. Rethink understanding. When it comes to learning, it's easy to make mistakes and to be overconfident. We need to review our knowledge to reconsider our understanding. Avoid being overconfident at every step.